I'd been with Mia for 3 years. And friends with Lucas for almost 15. He's the guy who's seen every version of me, broke, buzzed, heartbroken. The one who never missed my birthdays or my breakdowns. So when he and Mia hit it off, I felt lucky. That's what you hope for, your partner and best friend getting along. But lately, that comfort feels different. Like a movie where you realize too late you're not the main character anymore. It started small. Mia was cooking, humming to a playlist I'd never heard. Lucas walked in with a bottle of wine. "You're late again," she laughed. "You're lucky I showed up at all," he joked back. They shared a look, one of those private smiles you're not part of. Later, she told me they'd bumped into each other at the gym. I didn't even know she'd started going there in the mornings. I laughed it off, but something inside me shifted. One night we were watching TV when her phone buzzed. "I'm outside." "L." She grabbed a jacket. "Back in a sec." A minute later, the doorbell rang. I opened it. Lucas stood there, holding a bag of cinnamon rolls. "Forgot my keys," he said, too casually. That night, she kept smiling at her phone. "What's so funny?" I asked. "Just memes," she said, turning the screen slightly away. "Nothing wrong." Nothing right, either. A few days later, I saw a shared playlist on her phone. It was called 640, the same inside joke they'd made at dinner. Every song was one she'd once told me she didn't like. I listened to it alone. Music shouldn't hurt, but that one did. Playlists are conversations you're not invited to. My boss scheduled an overnight trip. At the last minute, the meeting ended early, and I drove home instead. The house was dark. Our bed was empty. A few minutes later, headlights flashed outside. Mia walked in, hair damp from the rain. Lucas followed her, holding takeout. They froze when they saw me. "You're home early," she said. "Meeting finished ahead of time," I replied. He lifted the bag. "We brought you miso." The right food. The wrong night. We sat in silence and ate like strangers. The next morning, she said she'd worked late. Later that day, her coworker posted a photo from an office happy hour. Mia laughing in the background. No rain. No overtime. I saved the post. Not as proof, as permission to believe what I already knew. Saturday, I asked if she wanted a weekend trip. She said she had brunch with a coworker named Tessa. At 12:30, I parked across the street from the cafe. Not proud, just human. At 12:45, Lucas walked in. No hugs. No touching. Just two people sitting too close to be friends. I drove away before the bill came. That night, she kissed my shoulder and said, "You've been quiet lately." "Just tired," I said. She told me she loved me. The words hit, but they didn't land. I invited Lucas over the next day to help hang a shelf. We worked in silence. When it was done, I offered him a beer. "You and Mia seem close lately," I said. He looked at the floor. "She's easy to talk to." "Yeah," I said. "Just make sure I still can be." He looked hurt or guilty. Maybe both. One evening, I asked Mia to take a walk. The air was cool, and I was done pretending not to notice. "Are you in love with Lucas?" I asked. She didn't flinch. "No," she said softly. "But I like how I feel around him." "And how do you feel around me?" "Safe," she whispered. "Sometimes safe feels heavy." Her honesty didn't explode anything. It just deflated everything that was left. I told her I wasn't angry, just done competing in my own house. If we're fixing this, you need to step back from him. No contact. No texts. She nodded slowly. He's your best friend, she said. He was, I answered. Let's see if he still is. That night, we slept back to back. The space between us felt like a country I couldn't cross. The next morning, I met Lucas at the park. He showed up with 2 coffees, same as always. I didn't drink mine. I need space, I said. From me? From the version of you that forgot where the line was. He didn't argue. He just nodded. I never meant to hurt you. You did anyway. We didn't hug. We just stood there, 2 men realizing one friendship had an expiration date. Weeks passed. Mia tried cooking, checking in, being transparent. I tried too, listening, answering, forgiving. It's strange how silence can heal when it's finally honest. Trust didn't return overnight. But it sent signals, small ones, like her showing me her phone when she laughed. No hiding. No secrets. Lucas texted once. I miss my friend. I didn't reply. Not yet. A month later, Mia asked to get away, no phones, no noise. We drove to a quiet lake. That night, she handed me a list she'd written. No secret chats. No private meetups. If it would look wrong on camera, don't do it off camera. Tell you when I'm lonely. She said. I don't want lightness if it means losing you. For the first time in months, I believed her. Cheating isn't always a kiss or a bed. Sometimes it's 1,000 small choices. Each one just a little too private, a little too close. Jealousy isn't evil. It's a signal. Ignore it too long, and you start missing your own story. I almost lost both of them. But what I really found was a boundary. Not a wall, just a line drawn in truth. Now, when I lock the door at night, it doesn't feel like I'm keeping anyone out. It feels like the people inside chose to stay.